Hello, my mathematicians. This is Miss Foster with the continuation of our look at pictographs and data. And this is fun going forward because we're also going to bring in our knowledge of tally marks. Now, I know all of you have heard about tally marks before because I did it with you when we were picking names for our extension groups. But just as a quick reminder, tally marks are a great tool to use if you're counting as you go. So the number 1 is 1, just like a regular 1. But 2 is 2 of those lines, and 3 is 3 of them, and 4 is 4 of them. Now, you'll remember that I told you the human eye can see groups of 1 and know that it's 1, groups of 2 that are 2, and 3 that are 3, and 4 that are 4. But at about 5, it gets a little trickier for our eyes. And above 5, we usually have to count each individual one. So to save us for that, and because we love to count by fives with 5 fingers on our hand, we put a line across for number 5. So that is kind of like a hand with the thumb going across it there. And that's a 5. So Ben's uncle has a farm, and Ben loves the animals there, so he counted each kind. And you can see at the bottom of the page his tally chart. Now, just like a graph, the tally chart has a title. So you know what these tally marks are for and of. They are of animals on the farm. And then notice that Ben also used a common feature of graphs. He has different groups and labels for each one. He counted chickens, cows, ducks, sheep, and horses. And so when we look down here, I see 2 of these signs right here, 5, 10 for the chickens. Look at the cows. Have you already figured out how many it is? Probably didn't even have to count. Your eyes automatically do it. Now the duck's a little trickier. I've got my 10 here, and 10 plus 2 is 12. Sheep is 5 plus 1, which is 6. And then horse is 4. Then Ben came over and drew a picture graph of his data. You can see his title here. You can see his groups and their labels here. He kind of did double duty. He wrote both their name and the picture. That's to help friends who maybe are struggling with their reading a little bit. Great idea. And then down here you'll notice he used a key, and he says that each one of these hearts stands for one farm animal. So this is 10, and here he's arranged them in groups of 2. So I can easily count them by 2s. Let's see. 2 in a row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. 5 times 2 is 10. And the cow, just like over here, we've got 2. Another way we can count by 2s or by 5s is like, I know that this is 10, and that means this is also 10, because you notice on pictographs, they all use the same size symbol, and so they all line right up there. So 10 plus 2 is 12, and that's what I should have over here for the ducks. Ooh, did your brain see the 2 rows of 3? Mine did. 2 times 3 is the same as 3 times 2, which is 6. But uh-oh, look, he forgot to put the horses in there. So I made myself a little heart, and we're going to finish this graph for him. 1 horse, another horse, another horse, trying to keep it in line here, and a last horse. And now the horse, it's correct because now there are 4 horses. Now one of the fun things about these picture graphs is we can make that symbol, in this case a star, stand for more than one. So we're going to use tally marks to create this picture graph. And I'm going to be honest with you, this is the second time I've recorded this. The first time I recorded it, it took so long for me to write out all the tally marks that I literally stopped right here. So you wouldn't have to watch me. I think you saw how to do it on the last page. So I've got red flowers, and I abbreviated it red. Yellow flowers with the Y. I thought these looked blue to me, so I called them B. And here's the pink ones, P. And remember, mathematicians are really great at using abbreviations, so you feel free to do it too. Now, I did all my tally marks here, and now I've got to put all the stars in here. And it says here that each star stands for 2 flowers. I can do that because each of my totals is an even number. Red is 16, 5, 10, 15 plus 1 is 16. How about these yellow ones? Get a yellow marker out, Miss Foster. That's fun. I've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28. That is an even number. Let me count my blue ones up here. 5, 10 plus 2 is 12. That's an even number. And my pink ones down here, oh, get a pink marker, Miss Foster. That'll be fun. Okay, I've got 5, 10, 15, 20. There we are. So since they're all even, we can make the graph a little bit simpler for us to create by making each one of these stars equal 2. So they've already put the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 16 divided by 2 is 8, so we should have 8 there. What's 28 divided by 8? I think I'm going to break it into tens and ones. 20 divided by 2 is 10, because 10 times 2 is 20. And 8 divided by 2 is 4, because 4 times 2 is 8. So if I take that 10 and that 4 and put them together, I get 14. And I'm going to get these down here. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is taking a long time, so I'm going to pause the video and do it for you so you can see. And presto, I got them all done. So now I've got to do the blue ones. The blue one is 12. What is 12 divided by 2? You think about that. I'm going to pause and put the answer up here. And you hit pause, and when you know how many stars I should have, it's 12 divided by 2, then you can press go again. Presto! It's already done. 12 divided by 2 is 6, and since each star stands for 2 flowers, I put 6 of them over here. 2, 4, 6. Our last one is 20. What is 20 divided by 2? You figure that out, and pause if you need to. I'm going to pause and put all the stars over there. Kaboom! And there they are. Did you say that 20 divided by 2 is 10? Because that's what I got. 10 plus 10 is 20, and 10 times 2 is 20. So 20 divided by 2 is 10, and you can see the 10 stars over here. All right. So your challenge for this week is to both read and create picture graphs. There are 3 hands-on activities to create graphs. And if this one looks interesting to you, then you could even do this one as a 4th opportunity. Also, in the PDF that I put into Seesaw, you have 6 different graphs to read. And there are questions to answer, which you can do either on the screen and write them down somewhere, or you can print out the pages and write down your answers. There's an answer key at the end of the PDF, and that is not a mistake. My friend, as you move up into higher grades, I will begin expecting you to do this. I want you to have immediate feedback, because when you discover you've made a mistake or misunderstood something, then that's when your brain starts going off like firecrackers. But you can't do that if you can't know what the right answer is. Now, it is true that you could just go to the end of the PDF and copy all the right answers, but then you won't learn anything. Why would you want to do that? I say do each page, and then when you finish one page, scroll down to the end of the PDF and grade it. If you make mistakes, figure out what went wrong, and maybe talk it out with an adult in your house. And then, if you do all of that and you're still hoping for something more, some of these hands-on activities could be improved. So how hard or creative could you get with it? On this one, they suggest we use 12 colored pencils. I don't have those at my house, but I do have quite a few markers. They say bundle each pair and drop them into a bag and pull them out to see how many of each there are. Golly, you could put 5 colors together, or make little Ziploc baggies full of Legos that are like 6 reds and 6 yellows, and do them in groups of 6. And then you could do your tally mark, and you could do your pictograph, and you could have each picture match 6 things. There's all kinds of stuff that you can do here. So this week, play around with as many things as possible to interact with pictographs and creating them using tally marks. Save all of your work, because eventually they'll have a way for you to share it with me. We're just still working out some technological bugs. Thanks, friends, for playing math with me. Have so much fun with data and picture graphs, and I'm so excited for you tally marks. And I look forward to talking to you later. Bye-bye for now.